Welcome to In the Spotlight. I'm Janelle Broderick. The HCC concert series recently hosted guest artist Amit Peleds for an inspiring two-day event that included a children's book reading and a solo cello recital. As a child in Israel, Peleds played basketball but soon fell in love with music. He now tours the world playing a nearly 300-year-old cello, once owned by the legendary Pablo Casals. Through a series of creative collaborations and a Kickstarter campaign, the story of Peleds and the Casals Cello was made into a children's book titled A Cello Named Pablo. He regularly reads the book to groups of children as he travels, sharing the wonder of music and the importance of following your dreams.
I grew up in a kibbutz in the middle of nowhere in Israel, in a very agricultural farming society. And the fact that my parents bought this tape cassette with Pablo Casals, and I heard it, just every night as a way to fall asleep. To think that from there, by hard work, to get to play on that cello and to travel the world and to be part of all this, you have to believe in your dreams and you have to work hard for them.
Roughly 50 students from the college's Children's Learning Center attended the book reading. As part of his presentation, Peleds had them place their hands on their souls, shut their eyes, and listen to a brief cello piece. After the song, he asked them how the music made them feel.
Each kid takes it to a different place, and it's wonderful, and also to tell them, you can go there. It's okay. You can think whatever you want. You can feel whatever you want. And, if it's like the kids today, they were so young, but just to keep them with me through the piece that I played was a challenge, and they did very well, but just to ask them to think about one feeling is already something.
The publication of this book is a reflection of Peleds' lifelong drive to create his own path.
This book was not meant to be, because we tried to do it the normal way. You send it to a publishing house, and they don't know you, they don't pay attention. But these days, with the internet and with just being an entrepreneur and believing in something, you just go out there and you do it.
Peleds' time at HCC included a concert in Montalbaro Recital Hall. The program, To Brahms with Love, featured pieces that Peleds is eager to share with audiences.
One reason was because Pablo Casals recorded those two sonatas, but also he was old enough to actually play four Brahms as a child. When he was 12, he played four Brahms, who was a very old man. Pablo Casals was born in 1876, and in 1888 he played four Brahms. I mean, it's just hard to imagine. So that sort of connection, physical connection, I wanted to put on record and then to celebrate with people.
Peleds appreciates the value of his connection to Brahms.
My teacher, Bernard Greenhouse, who also died 95 years old, but he died a few years ago, he studied with Casals. Casals played for Brahms. So, for instance, in one of the lessons that my teacher had with Casals, it was written in the music. He played Brahms for Casals, and it was written poco forte, which means a bit forte. And Casals stopped him and said, no, that's too loud. You have to play softer. So he did it again. And he said, no, it's too loud, softer. So eventually my former teacher said, but maestro, it says poco forte. How do you know it should be so soft? So he said, well, Brahms told me. So what do you say for that?
As a performer, Peleds aims to make an impact on audiences.
If I can take all the people that come here and for 2 hours I can sort of hold their heart and just flip it around, just for 2 hours, and they forget completely, forgot to buy milk, I'm about to get divorced, my child is sick, babysitter is going to go and I'm not home yet. We all carry a bag on our back and it's very heavy. So if I can make them forget about that bag for 2 hours and just fly.
As a professor at the Peabody Institute, Peleds approaches his role with care, passing the torch to a new generation.
When you have a student that major in cello performance, which is what I teach, they come to study with me for 4 years or 6 years or 2 years or doctorate degree, whatever it is. It's few years, and they study with me one-on-one. It's very intense, and it's a lot of responsibility because you take them through a journey that will shape them, shape their life, and it did to my life. So when I look back on what made me a musician, a lot of it is those teachers.
For more information on the HCC Concert Series, visit howardcc.edu/concerts. I'm Janelle Broderick for In the Spotlight. See you next time.